Creatures of Italian folklore. The history of Italian folklore has its roots in different cultural traditions that have left cultural legacies after their passage. Giubiana the witch. Giubiana is a thin witch with very long legs and red stockings. She lives in the woods, and thanks to her long legs, she never sets foot on the ground but moves from tree to tree. She watches everyone who enters the woods and scares the children. The name Giubiana seems to be connected to the Roman god Jupiter. The adjective Giubiana, or Jovia, comes from the Roman god. Other possible reference figures are Juno, Janus, and Diana. With the spread of the Christian religion, references to pagan gods were set aside, but the original name of Giubiana has been preserved over time. In the medieval centuries, the popular narration has originated various legends and numerous folk tales, in which Giubiana has thus become a female figure that alludes to the Great Mother. Sometimes she is an old woman, other times a witch, a variant of the Befana. The most characterizing element of the traditional festival dedicated to her in Piedmont and Lombardy is the Great Bonfire, which is still perceived today as a symbol of renewal and restart of the new year. Lenghelo. The lenghelo, also known as lenghero, lenghelo, or affectionately lenghetto, is a spirit or little spirit found in the folk tradition of the Castelli Romani. In many regions of southern Italy, this magical figure is known as Farfaro, while it is recognized by different names across various Italian regions. According to legend, it has a tall and slender appearance, hence the name lenghelo, meaning long or elongated. A mischievous but not evil spirit, according to popular tradition, it can be observed in various situations, walking on wooden stairs or hiding under staircases. It plays pranks on those who do not respect their family members or simply on people it dislikes by literally jumping on their stomachs during sleep. Additionally, it hides or breaks small objects in the house but can also lead to finding money or giving winning lottery numbers. According to a folk tradition, the refuge of the lenghelo would be inside the Sforza Cesarini Palace in Genzano di Roma. But the more widespread belief, at least in the past, is that every family had one. Linchetto. The Linchetto is not a bad but spiteful spirit, who goes at night, and enters the rooms, disturbing people. The name derives from the Latin incubus with the agglutination of the article. In some cases, the Linchetto is identified with the buffardello. However, the Linchetto is more malignant and it is also assimilated to the devil or an evil spirit. Unlike the buffardello, the Linchetto is described as a being that is nothing human, an animal similar to a dog or a cat or a bird, or a hybrid of different species. According to one description, it was a black beast wrapped in a cloud of fire. The Linchetto can be frightened with a blessed candle. To keep it away from houses and stables, a juniper branch can be hung behind the door. The Linchetto will be forced to count all the leaves without being able to do the desired spite. Jaculo. The Jaculo, also known as the javelin snake, is a snake described by various ancient scholars. According to the descriptions made of it, the Jaculus has a particular hunting method. It lurks on a tree and waits for prey to pass under it, and then launches as fast as an arrow and pierces it from side to side, killing it instantly. The janare witches. The janara is one of the many species of witches belonging to the tradition of the rural and peasant world, widespread in southern Italy and in particular in the Benevento area. The name could derive from Dianara, priestess of Diana, the Roman goddess of the moon, or from the Latin Ianua, door. According to tradition, to defeat the witch it was necessary to place in front of a door a broom or a bag with grains of salt. The janara go out at night and sneak into the horse stables to get a mare and ride it through the night. She also had the habit of braiding the mane of the kidnapped young mare, thus leaving a sign of her presence. It happened at times that the mare, exhausted by the long ride, could not bear the immense effort, dying of fatigue. To avoid the kidnapping of the mares, It was customary to place a sack of salt or a broom in front of the doors of the stables, since the janara could not resist the temptation to count the grains of salt or the strings of the broom, and while she was busy counting, the sun would forcing her to flee. The janara was lonely, and many times, even in everyday life, she had an aggressive character. According to tradition, it was possible to catch the janara, grabbing her by her hair. She offered her wards for 7 generations to anyone who managed to capture her once she was freed. The Janas. The Janas were the fairies of Sardinian folklore. They lived in the domus de Janas, which were rock-cut tombs. According to some legends, however, they lived on top of the nurag and spent their time weaving with a gold loom. They were benevolent creatures and gave free aid to anyone who asked for it. It is also said that if someone had found one of the looms abandoned by these fairies, he would have found luck. An invaluable treasure could be hidden under it. Krampus. The Krampus is a demonic being that accompanies the religious folkloristic version of Saint Nicholas, being represented by a traditional masked parade along the streets of the town. This tradition is linked to Christian mythology, San Nicola and his servant called Krampus, where the latter is a demon defeated by the saint and therefore forced to serve him. The Krampus are demons with monstrous and animalistic features, unleashed and very disturbing, which roam the streets searching for evil children. Their faces are covered in frightening diabolical masks, their clothes are tattered, dirty, and worn. The Krampus, wandering through the streets of the villages, cause noises obtained by cowbells or horns, which accompany them on their journey, while they hit people with whips. The origin of this tradition, maintained with pride in many municipalities that are part of the former Austro-Hungarian area, dates back to the pre-Christian period and is attested at least from the 6th-7th century AD. This event is linked to the winter solstice. Maciara. According to the popular culture of southern Italy, the Maciara or Maschera is a person with magical powers. The term Maschera means witch. There are numerous legends related to this character, such as the Gata Maschera of the Apulian folklore. Even today the Maschera is invoked and consulted by people who face difficult situations in daily life, difficulties attributed to the evil eye, a supernatural belief in a curse brought about by malevolent glare, usually given to a person when one is unaware. Manalonga. A deceitful water spirit residing in ditches and pulling in individuals who approach too closely, probably originates from the sirens of Greek mythology. According to some traditions in southern Italy, the Manalonga, a witch believed to have the ability to grab passers-by by their feet, pulling them under and making them disappear forever, was thought to live in wells. This figure is likely connected with the fear associated with ditches and stagnant water bodies, considered entrances to the underworld.